Hey, RZ back here again. How's everybody doing today? It's beautiful out. It's cold. It's windy, real windy. But it's a beautiful day out. A little clouds yesterday, a little bit this morning, but it's looking good. RZ back here again. Back in Revelation. We're going to work through this thing. I've got a good feeling about this. Of course, that's because I believe that what the end is coming. So, anyway, hope everybody's doing good. Starting to think about what's been going on, and not just what I'm saying. There's a lot of people out there talking about this and stuff. So let's get with the program here. Yesterday, I talked about the apostle and why he was on Patmos. So turns out that just like Paul, the dictatorship of the Romans did not like what he was doing. He was bringing people to Christ. So this Roman Emperor Domitian, I think it was, back in 90, well, I think he was emperor in 86 to 95 or 96, something like that. So he put John in prison on Patmos Island. That was his punishment. So once again, go figure. The crazy people of this world that think they're God, think they're putting us away, and then Jesus swoops down and uses them greatly. You think just the fact of even just a few times that this has happened in history, that people be like, well, there's no sense of fighting against God. It's just not going to work. But nope, they still do it. So, and they're going to do it today. So we're seeing it here in America pretty much. It's going to get worse before it gets better. But so he was put there in prison for his punishment because he was bringing too many people into the faith of Jesus and all that. So man was doing his job. I hope someday I can be even 1/100th of what him and Paul did. So, and enough of that. And so we're going through this. We went through the talking to the churches. Jesus is trying to get them corrected. He's not being a jerk about it. You look at the way he's doing this. He's like, hey, I commend you for doing this, this, and this, but you need to get on track with this, this, and this. I mean, he's like a great sports coach, that just wants his players to do a better job. It's amazing. But again, people hate him, because he goes against their own selfish desires and needs or whatever. So, so it's pretty interesting. I was making some notes as I go through the day. Stuff will come up, and I'll think, I can use that in my little sermon here or whatever. Not a sermon, my YouTube video per se. The world right now, they've been doing it for years. They've been doing it as long as I can remember. Fear is a basic element that government has been using to keep people in control and to their standards. They didn't invent it. God says, many times in the Bible to fear him. Now, it's not the kind of fear that the government's putting on us or that the scary stuff. It's supposed to be the fear of, like a parent. Your children grow up. If it's a godly set of parents and they got moral values, they're going to teach the child the right things and the wrong things to do. As that child grows up, he begins to understand, Dad's going to beat my ass if I don't quit playing out in the street when I'm playing. I need to stay in the front yard or whatever. So these are things that are going to help him. It's a godly fear. It's a wonderful fear. It's a fear, absolutely. I remember coming home. I think I did all my chores as much as I could remember, but I was still afraid sometimes Dad wanted to spank me for some reason. I'm not sure if he just wanted to get something off of his chest or what, but anyway, I had a good dad. He wasn't too enlightened on the facts of life, but he's a hard worker. So enough about that. It's not about my daddy. It's about my new daddy. His name is Jesus. And these people, they got us all sitting here, they use every aspect they can. I don't care what it is. If there's an earthquake, if there's fires. We've had lots of fires last few years. Of course, COVID, they spread it out and made it 1,000 times worse than it really was. It's just what they used to do it. So we as children of God, we need to fear God. There's those people out there, Jesus told us they can kill the body. That's okay. We're all ready to go. That's fine. But he says to be afraid of the ones that can kill the soul. So that's what we need to be thinking of. Those people, they don't scare me. When I was younger, it was kind of scary. People threatening all that. But God's got his arms wrapped around us. He's going to protect us up to that point where he brings us home. So, and we have to be comfortable with that. So that's why last time I said, today's today. You got today to do it right, and you can't overdo it. You redo it. It's just not going to happen. It's not there. You can't get tomorrow back or yesterday back. And you can plan for tomorrow to an extent, but you don't know for sure how it's going to turn out. So I think there's in Proverbs, man makes his plans and God guides his steps or something like that. Don't quote me word for word. We're not going there. But yeah. So let's do what we got to do today. And I'm here today. And I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing today, I guess. So I'll find out. I was in the midst of all this, and I was reading my devotion this morning. And it was something on Romans where the people of the world completely resist all of the good things that God put out for us, which is basically they're worshiping creation as opposed to the creator and all this other stuff. And I remember all the years that I've been around, the ones who would debate me and say, well, you can't prove that, Jesus even exists or if God made the world or whatever. No, I can't. But they can't prove he didn't. And that's the most important thing. My thing that I've always been amazed about with this whole thing with God and Jesus and how he did the whole thing and just the way it played out. I don't know why it makes perfect sense to me. And some people it doesn't. But I guess that's just the way it is. Some people they believe certain things, some people don't. So is that part of God's plan? I truly believe that he wishes it all come to him. He says it a couple times, many times maybe. He wants us all to be with him. But he knows that he can't make robots out of us. We have to choose for ourselves. So, one answer I always had for these people. This life we have and everything that it's involved within it. I'm talking from the conception of a baby, the birth, the life of a child, a man, woman, whatever, the mountains, the rivers, the clouds, the rain. This is far too complex, no matter how you look at it, for it to have been an accident or just by chance. I'm sorry, I'm going back to the old, you can't throw a bunch of pieces of a watch in a blender and turn it on, it's going to come out a watch. There's actually people believe that this world was pretty much just, Big Bang into existence. They have nothing to stand on with that, absolutely nothing. It's incredible that there's actually people out there that believe that this just happened and there is no reason, there's nothing beyond it. It's just, this is it and that's it. I feel sad for those people. I mean, this is, looking at life it's cool. I mean, look at we got hands, fingers, toes. We learn to use the muscles work everything is just, it's so far beyond amazing. Sometimes I just smile because it's just like, this is really, God let me be part of it. That's what blows me away. He let me be part of this whole cool thing. I know a lot of people are looking at it, they're scared. I guess you have to look at things with the right perspective. I think it's cool. I think the way a tree grows, the leaves come up in the summertime to shade us. And they fall off in the wintertime so we can get what little bit of sun is there. Look at how this whole thing is working. You cannot take this word of God and just say it just happened by chance. You talk about a fable, a bedtime story or whatever. Are you kidding me? So anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to Revelation. We're in chapter 5. This is getting to be some pretty cool stuff, because this, to me, when I read this, it's like I try to put myself there. Don't get me wrong, I'm not some weirdo, but I try to put myself into the process of what's being said and what they're seeing. And imagine it. 5:1. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within, and on the backside sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice, "Who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals thereof?" And no man in heaven nor on earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. And I wept, because no man was found worthy to open and to read the book, neither to look thereon. And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion, the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. There again, it's part of the process. All this stuff was proclaimed that it was going to happen. This is all prophecy stuff. So once again, Jesus, our Savior, is there again. He's not leaving us hanging. So he's going to open that book. And most of us that we know are going to be in it. And it's just incredible how... So if you could just take this and take your time and work through Revelations. I've been working through it really slowly. I read through the whole thing twice. Then I started going back and reading chapter 1 just kind of working my way through it and getting the deep down process of it all. And it also helps the excitement of somebody that really has hope in the what's coming. So yeah, it's crazy. It's life. It's too incredible to just, think that it's after we go through our 100 years here or whatever, that we won't have any thoughts or ideas, or we won't remember it. I don't see that could be a joyous thing at all. I just don't. Maybe it's just me. And I can understand why non-believers would believe that, because they don't want to know anything. After this is all said and done, it's sad for them. And we're trying to tell them that they're going to see more than they ever wanted to see, and they're going to wish they would have listened to us. But you can't make people believe what you believe. I think the best hope that I have with reaching people has absolutely nothing to do with talking. It has nothing to do with telling them about God. I believe that most of the problems of this world is too many people try to tell people about God, and they're not even proper Christians, and they just make it even worse, a worse name for it than what it is. Your actions, your life, you have to have that joy and that inner peace. You have to have that excitement about life. You have to have that incomprehensible gladness just to be alive every day. You see a lot of people out there moping around. I notice people. It's really, I don't know why. When I used to have friends that would tell me to quit looking at people, I'm going to get beat up. But I just notice people. I don't know why, And so many today are sad. You can see it. You can see the sadness and the brokenness in their eyes. And it's just really sad. Let's not be that way. These people of the earth that don't know the Lord, they need us. They need people like us that are joyful, happy, excited about life. What's the next new adventure we're going to do? It's like you have to be that. So I don't think, trust me, Billy Graham did great things. I love that man. I wish I would have got to meet him, but I'll get to meet him later on. But he never let up when he talked about it, because there was love with him. And there are people that are made for that. I am not made to speak. I honestly know that. I've known it since day one. I will maybe start and get on with a few good lines, and then I'll say something completely stupid and just ruin it. So I'm just going to keep to these short little videos. And but I think it's the life you live that changes people more than anything. So let's all live that way. So that was the chapter 5, 1 through 4. or 1 through 5. And then 6 is, and beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain. Now, I'm thinking this is talking about we're going to see our Jesus as he was slain. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be because that's the way that that's the way I remember him. I get really emotional when I go back through what he actually did and what happened to him. I try to picture that day, well, that night and the night that they took him captive and beat the crap out of him and just waylaid him all the way through till the morning. So he was pretty much hammered all night long, and then he was thrashed all morning long. And because that's the part that I see that means the most about Jesus dying for us. He didn't just die. He didn't just go in and put a needle in his arm and go to sleep. No. The worst death ever. The worst you could possibly imagine. And that left a mark on me. It left a mark on me that it wasn't something anybody can do. It's just something that he could do. And he did it because he wanted us to know that he loved us. And he knew that we could not get past that veil into the throne. A lot of churches, they're just all messed up. God, I feel so sorry for them. The Dane Catholics still have Jesus on the cross. The church I go to still obeys the laws of the governing rules. It's like, when are they going to separate themselves completely, It's just so frustrating, but that's when I get frustrated, sorry. So what he did is just, it's mind-boggling. And I think for us to see him as he was slain is going to just really, there's not going to be any more tears. I'm not sure if at this point or it's after this. But yeah, to see him. And it's going to be a reminder for us, it's like, hey, this is the one who died for us. So I'm going to get the timelines and everything down a little bit better in this as I'm going through it. This is happening before he comes back from heaven and sounds a trumpet. So this is being revealed what's going on up in heaven, per se. And like I said, I'm going to get all those timelines down. I'll get that figured out. But mostly I just want to start doing the revelation and get people to understand that you got today. And you got no guarantees of tomorrow. You go to sleep tonight, if you even make it that far, anything can happen. You could go to the store, get a bottle of Coca-Cola, and get hit by a truck. There's all kinds of things that we want to do and talk about, but Jesus, need to get outside. Just, look, we gamble on stuff all the time. We take chances. We do silly things. We do stupid things. We try to do smart things too. Some things we think are smart aren't really smart, but I don't understand what it hurts for a non-believer to take a chance and check it out and try. I don't understand it, but anyway, they do. It is what it is, so we're not going to get through that. So, and anyway, now we're back in, he had taken the book, the 4 beasts and the 420 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps, golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints. And they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by blood and out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. So that's it right there. He did it for everybody. And it's once again, last book in the Bible, he's still telling us, come on, you guys, come to me. I got you covered. You just got to lean on me. So let's lean on him. Let's do that. Let's get back into 5:10 when we get back. I will mark that down. And yeah, so if you got any friends or anybody, don't have to talk to them. Just be nice to them. I go out, I do drives. I don't get out of the truck much. I don't want to interface with people out there. There's a lot of crazy stuff still going on. I think over 100 people have left the Portland, Oregon police force since May of 2020. Now, I know Portland's a big place, but that's a lot of police that have left their jobs. So, I'm staying in my truck. Just feel a little bit safer in there. But you know, I smile at people. You got to be nice to people. You watch them, you know, drive. Sometimes the things they do, it's you're just like, really, you know. And it's like, but you know, they're not thinking of other people. Most of these people out there are just tied up with what they're gonna do in the next 5 minutes, what they're gonna have for lunch or dinner or whatever. They're just all busy, you know, doing life. I'm trying to enjoy life. I like it. It's been getting more fun. And trust me, I have my days. I'm not perfect. You know, when you don't hear from me for a while in these videos, it's probably because I'm having one of those days, or weeks, or months. Could be either one. But anyway, I'll let everybody go. This is Thursday, April 8th. So we're getting down the road here. I'm going to try to get as many of these out as I can, and we will keep plugging away at this stuff. Help me with stuff if you're not sure. I'm not positive, but it's going to be a fun thing studying through it. And I think this weekend I'm going to spend more time going through the actual events of when Christ actually comes, when he gets here, as opposed to when he's explaining all this stuff, what's going on up in heaven before he comes. So that's always helpful. People want to know, but they don't need to know. If they just get to know Lord, they get him and they receive him, it doesn't matter. He's going to come when he comes, like a thief in the night. So you better be ready. So, all right, ours is going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a nice day. It's supposed to get a little bit warmer over here, but I will, if you can think of anything else you want me to research and add in here, let me know. All right, take care. I love everybody out there. Have a great day.